Hi guys, this is Wenzes. Welcome back to my channel. We talk about personal development here. And today I really want to get into the fact of us staying in jobs that we don't like. See, for the longest time, I have had reservations about saying and really stating my opinion when it comes to how much you should actually quit your job, go for a job that you like, or start something that is more in line with who you are. Because in a way of, I felt like, who am I to tell you this? Like there was this fear in me that if I say something, then I'm kind of taking responsibility for you taking that step. And then what if it doesn't work out? Which told me more and more, like I'm so aware of it now that this was totally made up and so on. This kind of like just showed me that I thought that I'm not responsible for my life. But now I know I'm responsible for my life, and no matter what anybody tells me, it's my responsibility what I do with my life. It's my responsibility of how much fun I want in my life, how much joy I want to have in my life, how much responsibility I take on. And that's the same way with you. Like the moment you feel like you can't share with other people what you think is the best way to go, because you think, well, then they're gonna realize that they are not able to do that with them. First off, you're actually showing them that you don't believe in them. And second of all, you kind of like give yourself this thing as if you had the power over the choices they make in their life. And once we do that, it just shows us more and more. And this is what I want to get across here before I really get into the topic of job, is that means that you don't believe in yourself. Because right now, since I know more and more that I'm the only one responsible for my life, I don't care if I share my honest truth about what I think is right, because I know this is your life. You will make your decisions, and I have no responsibility in that. And this is an empowering thing, because it tells me again, I have power over my life. Since I have all the power over my life, and I know nobody else has any kind of influence or power over me, because it's me who decides whose influence I allow. It's me who I decide I'm going to follow. It's me who I decide to listen to. The moment I'm so aware of it, I know very well that all the people around me, everybody that I talk to, it's their power, it's their life. They will make that choice. They make the decision if they listen to you or not. So I learned, for example, to tell my friends, listen, if you don't like your job, either start doing something as like a side hustle thing that you love to do, that at some point you can make a switch, which I did, or you can change your job as like a intermediate thing, which is, just better than what it is now. And you kind of give yourself the opportunity to really fight for yourself and to really raise your frequency and your vibration and just your energy level. Like this stuff is for real. And I used to really not want to tell my friends, go for it. Like, if you don't like that job, get out, do something additional, because I subconsciously felt, well, she won't be able to do that. Like what I do, people cannot do. Just because I can do it doesn't mean they can do it. And that's a huge problem. I thought I was kind by doing that. I thought I care so much about how she feels, how my friend feels, that I'm not gonna say that this is a possibility. And then she won't be aware of that she doesn't have that. Look what a wrong mindset that is. And it came with such great intentions. But in the end, it kept me safe, because I didn't have to be the bad guy who shows her, listen, you can actually have this kind of life, and go for it. And if you don't, then it's your responsibility and your fault, right? But this is exactly what I do now. I don't say it like this, but I directly say, if you don't like your job, then just go and do something additionally that will bring you fun, that will bring you something that will be able to really maximize your energy. Like another friend of mine, she was like, well, if I do that, that doesn't have that many chances for a high salary as, for example, the job I have now. There's a prestige in it, there's so much into it, but who cares? If you're not doing something which helps you to elevate your energy level, you'll never ever reach your full potential. So I don't care what it is that you can do so well that you think is not like payable so much. So if you want to be an artist and like you can do art, but you tell yourself, yeah, but I'm not good enough and whatever, and you stay in this like finance job, which you know for sure that you cannot do that well, but you think that's the only thing that will tell me that I'm good at something and that matters. Yeah, like what's gonna happen? And I'm not gonna be the one anymore who's gonna tell you to stay in your life circumstance, not even my friends, and especially not you, who's gonna tell you like stay with that, because that's pretty much all you can do. You can't do what I can do. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because I know I have responsibility for my life, and no matter what somebody tells me, that is just my decision to what I'm gonna believe in. So I'm telling you now with my whole conviction, with everything that I know, please, if you do not like your job, like find a way to change that. It doesn't have to be overnight, right? I mean, like I really started doing this channel thing, and at that point I wasn't even that sure, but I knew that adds something to my life that I can do. And now I'm at a point where this is my full-time job, and I'm actually now at a point where I'm like elevating my business, and I'm gonna start doing coaching for how to like really switch from your corporate job. I was making 6 figures in US terms, like change that and, like really do something different and do something that you love and that really makes a difference. And you can actually gain so much more, and I can reach so much more success by doing something that I love. And I'm sick and tired of pretending that it's okay to stay like in something that you don't like. Yeah. I mean, like you can live like this. You have the right, but I know it's not okay for me. And I don't encourage anybody to stay into something that they don't like. There are always responsibilities we have. If you have kids, you have to pay for mortgages, you have to pay for student loans. Yeah, those things exist. Like, I'm not kidding myself. Like, I know these things exist. But there's always a way, and it's very seldom that it takes like a lot of effort, as in I have to like spend that much more time in it, and it's so hard. It's a mindset thing, and the first thing you can do is just change how you look at things. It's a matter of, do you meditate every day? Do you listen to inspiring songs, read inspiring books? Are you in a way where you put your own personal energy level first? And then realize that working at something that you work for 40 hours and more a week will, like, you know how much energy that takes from you if this is not something that helps you grow? Like, I was working 50 plus hours, right? And it's not that I didn't like my job. Like, it's not in any way comparable to what I do now. And now I can say, yeah, that job, like in comparison to what I do now, like what a waste. Right? Because I know better now. I have achieved something better now, but I know from like comparing myself with so much more, it was like, an amazing opportunity. Let's not forget, my whole obsession with my Hilton Diamond status and all the hotels I stayed, and frequent traveler privileges, and flying to Thailand and flying to Venezuela just on miles. Like, yeah, these things, I love them and I never really wanted to get rid of them, but we're talking about, for me, 50 hours plus I invested into something that wasn't getting me to the next level. And all I'm saying is you don't have to quit your job today, but you have to do something where you feel like you have a plan so your life gets better. If this is not something you want to hear, it's your freedom to leave and listen to somebody who tells you, yeah, your life is just fine and it's all good. Like, be okay with every day that you're like, not satisfied with anything and so on. But this is such a huge role. And I specifically thought about it when I got, like, it was a couple of days ago, I read something from Tom Billy. He posted on YouTube, I'm a huge fan. And he wrote, "Nothing will rob you of the joy of being alive faster than hating your job. Even if it means you have to be poor for a few years, take the time to align your mission in life with how you earn money. It will tenfold your levels of joy and fulfillment." Like, we're talking about like somebody who made like $1 billion, right? And if you talk to Warren Buffett, he also says, do the thing that you love. And you can start today. You can add something to your life that will make it better today, and that will get you on the road. Another person I'm a big fan of is Jen Sincero. She has this book of how to be a badass, how to be a badass at making money, but she has like a lot of this frequency, understanding of life, how I like really live by and how I elevate my life on a weekly basis right now. Like I feel my energy level this week is like 10 times as much as it was last week. I have a bunch of ideas how I want to elevate my business and do like coaching for quitting your corporate job and doing something that you love, and especially like in the social media world and on YouTube. So I'm gonna focus on that even on top of everything that I do, because guess what? Now I have the energy. I didn't have that energy a couple of weeks ago, but I have it now. So don't let your life be mediocre. If you don't feel like your life is epic, trust me, there's more to it, and you can start no matter where you're at. There are people who have overcome the biggest tragedies you can ever think of, and they make the best out of it and like really start feeling empowered, because you always have a choice of how you react. And those 40 to 50 hours you spend a week on a job, like think about it. Think how much time that is going in there. And you can do this like, I'm not saying you can even do this for the next 10 years, but if you have like a plan now that'll get you out of that, like maybe in 10 years, then that's still like a plan where you follow and there's like a direction into it. But if you keep doing something that you know doesn't bring you much joy, it doesn't add to your energy, it actually depletes you of energy, where's this supposed to go? I watched a video of Bentinho Massaro, and he did this like great analogy. He says, okay, so you're in a situation and the situation happens and you can decide how you react to that. You have choices. So this is, let's say, the choices you have. This is on the same level you just had or you're just at. This gets better, this is the best choice, and these are like the worst choices, right? So if you constantly pick that choice of how you react, how you see the situation, how you like, if it empowers you or not, you're gonna go down and down and down. And most people take this road. So you might even be at a job that gets you more money and the things are flowing, but you constantly just feel like your energy depleting, and it's gonna keep on going like this. But if you choose this one, it doesn't even have to be this one, it's this one. You'll gradually just always have more energy. And when you have more energy, you know more what you want. You're much more empowered into doing all the things you want to do. And you create this life that is just full of potential for so much more. You feel like happy alive. You don't wonder and think like, oh, I wanted to do this, but I can't because like I procrastinate. You procrastinate mainly because you don't have the mental discipline, which like really happens because it's fun. And it's fun because every time you raise your energy level, you feel better about it. You have to take like really self-empowering measurements if you want to feel better and create more for your life. These are just things that are, that's the law of the universe. This is not like a good luck thing or whatever it is. No, you actually create this for yourself and by yourself. And it's all like so obvious, but you only know it afterwards. Everybody has the same 24 hours as Beyonce, or I don't know who you choose, but there's like memes and so on. It's not just the time. Those people have the energy to pull up and put through and get things done like a million times more than I can right now. But I know I can do like a million times more than I was able to do 2 years ago. So I know this is the right direction, and I'm gonna keep on pushing this, and I'm gonna tell you that this is the right way to go because it just works. It works, and I want you to feel excited about life and really do something and not just listen to me and then feel the discrepancy between me growing and you staying at the same place. It doesn't have to be like this. Admit that right now, yeah, you have that job, this is all you can do, and just do minor changes, but like activate yourself, like really mobilize yourself internally and take on something. And you have to start, you have to take that leap and really make a little shift and guess what? The more you watch videos like this, the more you actually let yourself be inspired, the more likely you will take those steps, and you just take them and take them and take them, and it's like this upward spiral, and then before you know it, your life is like amazing. Like I would have never imagined. First off, not that I was able to do it so quickly. So I thought maybe like in 10 years I can live off of this and stuff. So I was able to quit my job within 6 months, make enough money to pay like all my lifestyle. Like I can live in the same way I used to live when I was working those 40, 50 hours. I work much less. I only do stuff I love. And I prepared that by everything I did before. Like these things actually happen, and they don't just happen to me, and everybody who's made it will tell you similar things. So yeah, it's your decision, but I'm not gonna stay there and tell you that, yeah, it's okay for you to stay where you're at. I mean, you can die like this. You know, I don't think your life will be worth less than mine because you don't take action. I just think your life will probably be less fun than mine. And it doesn't have to be like this. You can feel like you're being of service. You can feel like you're making an impact. You can feel that you feel love and spread love and give more and just experience life more and more. And one of the things is the main thing you spend your time with most of the time. 40 to 50 hours is a lot of time. So better start like making a plan to either change that, add something to that, or just yeah, if you're not happy with your job, like do something about it. This is too much of your time to let this be a long-term thing. You know, I started doing stuff to add to my life, and I didn't know where it's gonna head. I didn't know where it's gonna lead me, but I knew I made like some steps, and then things will unfold. Okay, that's it on the topic. I hope that helped you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and let me know how you liked this video, if this inspired you. If you're interested in coaching, check out the link in the description. I wish you a great week like always, and I'll talk to you next time. Oh yeah, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe, hit the bell. Bye guys.